Good day, everyone. This is Maestro Eitan of Science 8. Welcome to our physics class of the first quarter. In this week 1, we're going to deal with the changes in the motion of objects. The very first thing that we need to know and identify is the person who is responsible for the discovery and the proposal of the three laws of motion, who is Sir Isaac Newton and his three laws of motion. Namely, the first one is the law of inertia. Second is the law of acceleration. Third one is the law of action reaction, or also known as the law of interaction or force pair. In this week, we're going to deal with the law of inertia. We're going to focus on what is the law of inertia. Let's begin. First one is, who is Sir Isaac Newton? Sir Isaac Newton is an English physicist and mathematician. He is well versed in the study of optics. Also, he is also known in the law of the universal gravitation. And our focus for today is his proposal of his study about the laws of motion. For today, we're going to deal with the law of inertia. So, let's define what is the meaning of the word inertia. Inertia, which is defined in the Greek word inertus, which means lazy. This is the derivation of the law of inertia, or what we know as the first law of motion. The first law of motion states that a body at rest will remain at rest, or if in motion, it will remain in motion at constant velocity unless acted on by an external force or net force. Let's highlight the word. Let's say a body at rest will remain at rest, and a body in motion will remain in motion in what we call as in constant velocity. And of course, it will only change if there is an external force acted upon on it. So those are the words related in the law of motion. For example, I have here my electric fan with me. It will remain in its position because of the forces acted upon on it. There is an gravitational force that makes this electric fan remains on its position. Also, there is a normal force and a balance force that makes it remain on its location and position. Of course, there is also a friction force that is attracted between the object, the floor, and the fan. And of course, there are different forces acted upon it. It will remain not moving unless there is an external force. For example, I connected it in electrical source. That's why it is electrical force. There is a flow of electron in the wire. If I'm going to turn it to number 1, it will start and it will begin moving. Therefore, there is an external force acted upon it, and it is the electrical force. This will move and continuously moving unless I stop it. When I turned it into number 2, what we observe is it is faster than the first one. That is what you call velocity. In number 2, it will remain number 2 if I selected number 2, and that's what you call constant velocity, which is standard. It will never change in number 2. But of course, if there is another external force, let's say my force will makes it into number 3, and it will remain moving in number 3 unless I stop it. That's what you call external forces. Yung nakikialam sa movement or yung position ng isang object, or what you call the frame of reference. For example, the frame of reference, what I'm talking about here is, for example, this platform. And I have here an electric tape, a circular object that I'm going to roll. It will remain moving and will only stop if there is an external force that will bump with this tape, and it makes it stop.